I can sure tell you which Pixar movie is not my favorite. I just can't stand it. Today I want to talk about a simple question that I started thinking about after giving a presentation about aquariums to a group of elementary school kids last week. I gave the whole presentation, and after we broke off, I started pointing out Nemo and Dorothy. Yeah, Dorothy. Somehow getting it wrong makes it worse. I had no other choice than to be like, listen kid, I know you mean well and all, but that's just unacceptable. So after correcting the child and pointing out the iconic fish, I started answering a battery of questions. Then of course, on a stunning turn of events with elementary school kids, I had that one who came over and started asking why. You know that whole it doesn't matter what the person says, you can always continue to ask them why? I don't know if I'm just not going to be good with kids, or I was having a bad day, or the kid was just trying to annoy me, or maybe he was even just genuinely interested. But I made it my goal to answer so in-depth to each why with such technical jargon that the child may not even think that asking why is a viable response to what I just finished saying. Unfortunately, this well-devised plot was futile. But this conversation with this little kid actually got me thinking. It's the question that's on everybody's mind in one way or another all the time. If you think about it, you probably never go a few minutes without wondering why something. I know for me personally, I question things on like a minute-by-minute basis. I wonder why everything, which then made me realize that I was probably that little kid that I was talking to once upon a time, and even though I thought he was devising some evil plot against me, he was probably genuinely wondering why. On a quick side note, have you ever considered the thought of would you like you if you met you? Yeah, divulge into that fun question one day when you have nothing else to do. I just started thinking about asking the question why and just how often I am actually asking that question. And I know for me personally, it is particularly prevalent in my social circle. Like whenever somebody makes a major life decision or a relationship decision or just exhibits any unusual behavior that is different from what I would have done. And for me, unusual basically stretches as far as I wouldn't have made that same decision. Why did they? This has led to a side of me that would most come across as a gossip. Which leads me to another one of those would I like me moments. And I know full and well that I am extremely prone to bringing up a decision that a fellow group member who may not be present made and just trying to get to the bottom of their thought process. But this is what makes me think that it probably appears that I'm coming across as a bit of a gossip, because I know in my head that I am genuinely trying to figure out which life events occurred that led to the final end result of them making that decision. So I'm sitting there thinking about it and I'm like, yes, I only gossip because I genuinely want to get to the bottom of it, like what made that happen. I'm not a shallow gossip like everyone else. But then of course I had to ask, well then, why do other people gossip? Maybe everybody just has these same neutral intentions as me. They're not trying to be harmful or anything. Everybody just wants to know why other people did things. I genuinely have no idea why other people gossip, but I also know that I can't pretend that my reasoning for it is completely unique. I'm not a snowflake. But for my question of the day, and in the spirit of asking why do you YouTube? What led to you being a part of not only the SCB community, but the vlogging community at large? Leave it in the towel section down below, and Jay, that's everything I've got for you today, man. I will see you on Tuesday.